open y'all eye, do y'all research, learn about this world of what it's becoming. Like we are connected. We are accessible to a lot of different things now than we wasn't 15, 20 years ago. Like we living in a time of, a revelation. Like we living in a time of progress to where you're seeing everything that's being talked about is happening. Just look at how the world has advanced in the past 40 years, 20 years. I can just remember 15 years ago, you wouldn't have the type of electronics and things that we were having, just even the vehicles. Just imagine what's going to be going on in the next 15 years. Make sure if y'all enjoy this reaction video, man, that y'all get this video a huge thumbs up. I told y'all I'm going to keep it real with y'all, but y'all let me know down below. If y'all agree with me or not, y'all let me know some honest thoughts and opinions as well, man. But let's go ahead and get it. Let's go.
Y'all are disturbed. Listen, sit y'all ass down. I'm finna show y'all a disturbing ass video. I played this video for my 8-year-old daughter just now, and she confirmed it. She just went to the 3rd grade. She said, Mommy, they've been teaching us this since the kindergarten. What? I'm fucking shook. I'm shook. I'm shook. Okay? Sit your kids down right now and you better ask them. I'm in Florida. I don't know what they doing in your state, but apparently they doing this shit here. And they've been doing it for a while.
Right.
Somebody sent me these pamphlets of what they giving kids in school. We need to look at this real quick and talk about this.
What to do if
a stranger comes up to you on the street?
Okay.
First of all, I don't even like the way that look. When you open it up, it says here, do not be afraid. If a stranger walks up to you, no need to be scared. Usually they don't mean any harm. What? Do not scream or cry. This can hurt the person's feelings. Do not call them this can be just as offensive as the N-word. Is they what? Right now? Try to get to know him better. He just wants to make new friends just like you. Why would a grown man be needing to make friends with kids, children? This sounds like a setup to get our kids taken, abducted, kidnapped, snatched, stolen, and put into trafficking. Keep an eye on your kids. Man, if you could take them out of school and homeschool them, I suggest y'all do that. Because this right here, this don't look like the schools is looking out for them. It's looking like the schools is lining them up. If you know, you know, man. Stay woke.
Okay, Bella.
Yeah.
Okay. And y'all don't say nothing about my baby makeup because she's doing a YouTube video. But listen. What do they teach you about strangers in school?
Don't scream. Don't cry. Don't run. Try to make friends with them.
Yeah, this trippy.
Okay. You know that's not right, right? Okay.
So I wonder what happened to the whole don't go up to strangers. Like there's something that we learned as kids. You know, I don't even think we really had that even as a lesson in school. If I'm being honest, that's just something that we learned from our parents. You know, don't go up to no stranger, especially when you out playing. But it's so there's so much stuff going on in the world that you guys could just see how they are trying to do to the youth. I don't even have to go into detail of explaining what they're doing. I'm gonna just let the comments. How about this? Y'all comment down below. What are they doing? And I know a lot of y'all can think just like me. Y'all can speak for me because there's a lot of stuff I can't say because purposes, but they are coming for our children 100%. Or what higher elites that are, but you see it. Just look at all the new kids shows. Look at what they're teaching them. Look at what they're promoting. Look at what they're constantly putting into the influence of musics. Just look at it all. And this is just honestly icing on the cake. Why would a grown man want to just be friends with sitting down playing games with a little kid? Man, y'all need to ask y'all kids this. You watching this right now, ask your kid, have they seen this? This might just be something within states, but you need to check. And I'm going to do my little sister, them is way older now, so they're not as young. But if you have little kids that's in like kindergarten and 1st grade and 2nd grade, check. I'm telling y'all.
Pay attention. You can quit building the wall. Listen to what he about to say.
Hey,
Did you hear about that? You know why?
Why is that?
Yeah, so whoever's over here, they're gonna try to go back
They're gonna try to come back to Mexico.
to Mexico, getting ready for a collapse.
Oh,
A collapse.
government collapse.
So they think that a lot of people's gonna start.
Trying to go back?
Yeah. So now
This coming from the wall.
hold everybody back.
Wow.
Coming from Mexico.
Okay.
So basically what he just told us was that they're paying them so Americans can't leave when it collapsed. That's very interesting. And the dollar is collapsing. That was one of those things that make you scratch your head and make you say, Because the wall is used for two things. For keeping people out and keeping people in.
I don't know about that one. I think he kind of stretching on that one, chat. Like, that's why I was saying, I think he kind of stretching on that, but I can see it being something, but I couldn't see it being a prominent factor. But y'all can let me know if I'm tripping down below. You know I like to keep it real. I'm not finna just fabricate anything with y'all.
So I'm out last night with my homegirl, and the Drake song On BS comes on, and the part where he said if he would have held his tongue on live, he'll still be alive again. Like, literally everything in the room just froze for me, and I had a Raven Baxter moment. Now, no, this was not my first time hearing that song, but for some reason, in this very moment, it just gave me the nastiest, eeriest feeling, to the point where both of these niggas was in my dream last night. Now I wake up, and I'm casually doing my morning Twitter scroll, and this pops up on my timeline. That tweet, or I'm sorry, the story post that X posted before his demise. If anyone tries to unalive me, it was Champagne Poppy. I'm snitching right now. This is keeping me up. My bad, I dropped the phone. But this is keeping me, like, this is bothering me. Knowing that they had that feud going on, and now Drake is just so openly, like, dissing him over and over and over again. Like, Drake is really scary. He's a really scary person. And then I need y'all to remember that X was only 19 years old when this beef began. Drake was a grown-ass man. Drake is a super villain, and I really feel like it's only a matter of time before his true character is revealed. And this is coming from someone who is a self-proclaimed Drake fan. Like, this is really bothering me because I really like Drake, but I have to hold him accountable. Like, the things that he is saying is not okay. Why is he taunting this man post-mortem? And the fact that this is really over the fact of Drake stealing X's flow and X going on the radio and airing it out and improving it, it's like,
I did hear about
this
that.
man is evil. Like, let's really think about this. X is in jail. 19-year-old kid in jail. He's still a kid at 19. His song is blowing up. Drake allegedly reaches out to one of X's people, let him know that he wants to get in contact with X, he wants to work with him, so on and so forth. He thinks he's dope. X is super excited about this. Next thing you know, Drake is performing a song, a snippet of a song in front of a whole crowd of people using X's exact flow. Who wouldn't be mad about that?
I remember
so then
that.
X goes on to make a series, go on live a lot of times. He went on live a lot of times speaking about it. And he said some very disrespectful things. But something that really stuck out to me is how many times he said Drake tried to sacrifice me. He said this on numerous lives. He's like, he's actively trying to unalive me. And nobody flinched. Like, nobody took it seriously. Even Drake being questioned, being called to be questioned on the X unaliving trial, it still seems as if Drake has everybody under some type of spell where people are not questioning what is really going on. This man is being a literal deviant. I really think we are witnessing a man get away with an alleged crime. And all of this is alleged, and all of this is, I don't know, I don't want to get in trouble. All of this is a figment of my imagination. I had a dream and whatever. So allegedly. But I really think we are watching this man get away with something. Still.
I'm trying to see if they'll let me read the whole Slime You Out. Hold on, whoa. This Slime You Out by Drake featuring SZA. Trying to build trust, showing me your DMs. out they trying to bag you. Ironic how the news I got about you ended up being bad news. Get a higga hit for 50 racks, girl, but the beef costed like a wagyu. Get a igga hit, I'll make it see the light like a half moon. Wow. On June 18th, Temptation age bag containing 50 in cash, 4 suspects. Wow. Now I ain't gonna lie. That could definitely be some sacrifice and stuff. And I remember Drake did get called to the stand for this situation. But I know this song released like not too long ago. I think this song released this month, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this song definitely Slime You Out released this month regarding around SZA and Drake. But I think old dude would have aired out if Drake did it, because he snitched on everybody. He told it all. He got less time to do. One of the dudes on the trial said every single thing.
He published a book called Race, Tendencies, and Traits of the American Negro, in which he lays out all the numbers, and then he concludes that if we simply avoided allowing black people to have any access to health care, that within 2 or 3 generations, the whole race would die out, and that would solve the race problem in America. When Teddy Roosevelt, 1912, proposed a national health care system, people said no because black people will get it. When Franklin Roosevelt proposed a national health care system, it was the same thing. We don't want black people to get it. When Truman tried it in 47, same thing. Don't want black people to get it. We have to figure out a way to keep black people from using Medicare. And the way that they came up with was to have a 20% hole, a gap in Medicare, so that you had to pay 20% of your doctor's bill and your hospital bill, and that would discourage poor black people from showing up at the hospitals. Nearly 100% of the reason why the United States is the only country in the world that doesn't define healthcare as a right is because of racism. He published a book called Race, Tendencies, and Traits of the American Negro.
Wow.
How many times do I have to say this? Racism is a detriment to you white folks, poor white folks especially. Because of racism, you poor white folks can't even get good health care, because they thought if they could deny health care to black people that we would have been eradicated a long time ago. But hey, we still here, and they have not changed the rules. How crazy is that? Even with Social Security, you have to pay 20% because of racism. We keep telling you, BIPOC keep telling you, black people keep telling you, it is not us that makes your life suck. It is those racist politicians and their racist legislation that they think that's going to harm us, but harms you at the same time. And they don't care if it harms you. They don't give a shit. And then you continue to vote against your own interest. All because a bunch of rich white people told y'all to hate black people because black people are doing stuff to you as a whole. And we're not. Because we don't control shit. We don't control the healthcare system. We don't control Social Security. We don't control your wages. We don't control shit. But they continue to tell you that it's us. So you turn your focus on us and harass the shit out of us for no fucking reason, when we have no power to affect your life as a whole community.
That's true.
Pay attention. Ending racism is not just beneficial to BIPOC. It's super beneficial to poor white folks and middle-class white folks. I said what the fuck I said. Remember, diversity equal power. We can change the world when we work together and protect black women. Until next time. And also, go into the comment section and let me know what you think about this video. I'm interested to see.
So I understand what she's trying to say. Basically, how can you hate on a race that doesn't have power to make you hate them, financially at least? And we don't have the power to make your life harder. Is what they're trying. Is what she's trying to say. I kind of understand, but that's something I learned new. I honestly didn't even know nothing about them, things that were set in place just even for us. I mean, I know stuff about biblically. I'm hoping I'm saying that word right, but outside of that, just this, I didn't even know. There's something new I learned as well. So y'all let me know down below if that made a lot of sense to y'all also.
Landscape is changing by the day. It's not so much even left versus right anymore, but it's more normal versus elites. And if you're angry with the State of the Union, you're in good company. You're actually the norm. Nothing makes that more apparent than the song that rocketed to the top of the charts overnight, Rich Men North of Richmond. This is a song about an ordinary guy, middle of the road politically, who just basically said what we're all thinking. And he said it from the heart, talking about an elite uniparty that's running our country while everyone else suffers. I've listened to this 100 times by now, and it resonates with me more and more every time. Rich Men North of Richmond got me wondering why I'm not more mad, actually. Mad that I pay taxes on a home that I already own, paid for by a paycheck I already paid taxes on, that I fix with materials that I buy and pay more taxes on when I purchase them, taxes that essentially have me working from January to June for free. You know, I was driving into work, listening to that song, thinking, look, I pay 50% of my income to government at various levels, and yet the bridge by my house has been closed for a year with not so much as a spray paint line on the ground or a start date. Yet when I hit a pothole and get a flat tire on roads that I'm taxed to drive on, I have to wait on hold for hours sometimes to get a human only to tell me, sorry, we're not going to pay for your tire. I have no recourse. My dollars were 17 cents less than it was 2 years ago, but you don't reduce my taxes any. The government just burdens me. It's our problem to figure out where we're going to make up that other 17 cents. And the people who are supposed to be civil servants who work for the taxpayers, they're rarely civil, nor do I think they provide adequate service. Sorry, not sorry. They shut off your mics at town hall meetings and hang up on us when we yell at them for making a mistake. If I treated government the way they treated me, I'd be up to my eyeballs in fines and penalties. So yeah, that song resonates with me. The Pentagon loses $200 billion. No problem. We give pallets of cash to countries that hate us, millions on border walls, half a world away, but can't be bothered to help Texas. Not to mention, I'm angry that the average household is paying $700 more a month while we print trillions so they can go on their stupid government spending sprees.
Right.
The rich men north of Richmond who want to take my gas stove to save the environment, they spent $930 million last year printing documents that were never read and they were just thrown away.
Wow.
But the government does this all the time. No one is ever held accountable. That's what this song is about.
Pretty much.
It's about them lighting millions of dollars on fire to do things like study shrimp running on treadmills, yet can only muster $700 per person for the residents of Hawaii, who, by the way, just had their homes burned to the ground by a wildfire that was likely sparked by a downed wire from a company that spent most of its time trying to transition to green energy rather than operating a safe power grid. You mad yet? I am. This is our hard-earned money, confiscated tax money. And the same president whose son didn't pay a dime on $20 million of income just hired 87,000 new IRS agents, one of whom just shot a fellow agent by accident, by the way.
Wow.
They will string you and me up if we pay someone over $600 on Venmo. Please, Chuck Schumer, tell me more about why I should feel like you care. The same government that is telling me that I'm a domestic terrorist for being angry because I don't want my kids seeing drag shows in second grade, they just gave $80 billion of night vision, fully automatic weapons, helicopters, Humvees, you name it, to the Taliban. But those same fools don't want us to have an AR-15? Maybe that's why this song is trending. You ever think about that? Because they're letting thieves, drug dealers, and even murderers out on the street in Manhattan, but refuse to let me get a lawfully obtained gun permit so I can protect myself from those people. They will leak the names and addresses of the lawful gun owners in California, spy on Catholic churches, and lock up a grandmother who was waved into the Capitol building on January 6th without a trial for months. But yet Jeffrey, did he really kill himself, Epstein, was locked up for trafficking minors to apparently no one. Where's the
Epstein.
list?
Whew. Island.
Makes a ton of sense that this song is so popular, right? Maybe the people brushing off Oliver Anthony as some sort of redneck in the woods should actually listen to the song instead of criticizing it. Hell, maybe you rich men north of Richmond should listen to all of us instead of always explaining why you think we're wrong. Come on down from your ivory tower. Drive a truck. Run a chainsaw. Work in a mine. Probably change your tune. Because us law-abiding Americans who foot the bill for all this BS, we're tired of it. We're tired of being the first ones taxed and the last one's considered.
That's facts. That is facts. Everything he said. I haven't had a chance to listen to the song, but I'm gonna have to. I think it's Carl Hinch, the Rich Man. I guess that's the song. I'm gonna have to look at Carl Higbee. I think that's the name. I'm gonna have to look that up and listen to it, because it must hold some substance. But he is not lying, man. That's why I'm telling people, man, get your passport. Like a lot of these countries, that's why a lot of Dubai is expensive. Dubai, you don't pay taxes in Dubai. You own every single thing. You don't owe nothing else. You ain't making 500,000 and paying 150,000 on tax. You own all of that 500,000. You do have to pay other things, but it's way better than having to pay somebody with money you don't even know where it's going to.
Hello, nieces. It is Auntie Sheila K. I'm sitting here in Home Goods waiting on my girlfriend, and I want to shoot you all a video. Something that's been on my mind as I shoot this with no filter. Hello. It's kind of a cautionary tale, so I want to let you all know and make a request of you ladies, sorry, this recording, to be prepared. What do I mean by that? Be prepared to leave the U.S. if you have to. There are things that are going on, piece over here, piece over there, piece over here, piece over there. Things have been going on for a couple of decades now, which is why I got the hell out a long time ago. And now I'm seeing, now that I'm back in the States, that the United States is surreptitiously, if you're not aware, you won't notice this, but they're making moves to make it harder for you to be able to leave. For instance, if you need a new passport right now, there is a very, very, very long wait. So if you do not have a passport,
I wouldn't say it's too long of a wait, because I mean they have places like out here in Georgia. I live in Georgia at the moment. You can get a passport the same day. It's gonna take you like 6 or 8 hours, but it's better than waiting 6 months. But you can literally get your passport the same day. They have a lot of places like that around the world. So I'm not going to agree with what she's saying on here, y'all. You know I keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know if somebody just saying some stuff, but the moral of her message is real. But what she's trying to say right here is false.
I implore
It's always been like that.
Make an appointment. I don't care if that appointment is 4 months from now. Make the appointment today to get your passport. Do not be walking around here in this United States of America without a passport, because you can't, when things do go down, you're not gonna be able to do anything. So get a passport. So that's cautionary tale number one. And even if you don't think you're ever gonna go anywhere, you don't want to be called up when it is time to go and it's like, oh shit, I can't go because I ain't got one. So tell one for you and everybody around you, but those that don't listen, don't worry about it, take care of you. Next, if you are planning to leave the U.S., and I suggest that you do, to be honest with you, if your plan is, 2 to 3 years from now, move that plan up. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be here any past the next elections in 2024. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're wanting to get residency someplace, because now what's happening is all these countries that everybody's going to, Mexico, Portugal, these other countries, they have raised the limits to be there, so they're making it very expensive to be there. Whereas 5 years ago it was super easy and it was super cheap, and now it's not. So if you're thinking about residency, start applying for those things now while you don't need it. And right now, if you're in the U.S., the easiest place to get it in is in Mexico. I'm having my homegirl get her permanent residency.
Can't wait to talk about that.
I'm telling everybody that will listen, as I've said for the past 3 years, get your residency. You don't have to live there, but at least get it, either permanent or temporary. That way you've got your plan B set. So that's all I'm gonna say about this for now. I'll talk more about this on my Instagram stories and things like that. But number one, get your passport, make an appointment now. I don't care if it's in the future for the appointment, it doesn't matter.
So I definitely agree with getting your passport. I definitely tell everybody, get your passport, because when you get your passport, you're considered a world citizen and not just a U.S. citizen, or not just a citizen of where you are currently located. You're considered like a world citizen. You know what I'm saying? Also, what she's saying is true. After 2024 election, it's going to be a lot of stuff going on. If you already noticed that the coin, the U.S. dollar, a lot of the major companies are reverting things now, so a lot of our stuff is not going to be made in China, because they don't want to do the U.S. transaction or world transaction. They're going through some other stuff, but I think Russia and some other people, but creating their own currency to where they do the world trades and things like that. Because at first it was the U.S. dollar. That's why it was so worthy and so respected. you know, but now they're dumbing down U.S. power by doing sanctions with themselves and having their own type of currency. If you notice, like a lot of things are going to be made in India now. You know, it's not going to be just China. With future references throughout the years when things is going on and things is 100% reverted from China is not going to be using the US dollar and all these other countries that they're dealing with. She's not lying. After 2024 election, the price of residency in other places are going to skyrocket because a lot of people know that people want to get out of America. I'm not saying you got to leave her, but you definitely got to get your passport. It don't take that long. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on this down below, man. Make sure if you enjoy this reaction video that you give this video a huge thumbs up, man. And y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below, man. If this stuff real, you know I call out the phony, the fake, and I keep it 100 with y'all. So y'all keep it 100 with me. Let's get it. Let's go.